Director in the US of A. He is known as everybody's coach. I give to you now, Mr. Eric E.D. Robinson. Coach, it's your turn to take it away. And
Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's go. Woo! I got a question, Troy. You got me fired up. LeBaron, you got it's been a master class today. Yes or yes?
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Man, it's been a master class. Can y'all hear me loud and clear? Does my mic sound nice? Check one, check two.
We can,
Yes.
we can.
Might sound nice.
Are you
Loud and
ready
clear.
to rock? All right. Let me don't get me started.
We are ready.
Oh man, today it's kind of hard following the Baron, following Takesha, following Miss V. The list goes on. Following all of y'all, it's kind of hard following Uncle Jock, following Troy. So, but I'm gonna ask you this question. We're going to talk today. I'm gonna give y'all the rest about promoting events. How many of y'all understand the importance of building your business through events?
Yes.
Right? There's a saying. You've heard you got to build it from what? Event to event. No matter which company you look at, it's building from event to event. And we kind of talked about what is an event, right? Everything is an event. And so I have 8 steps to share with you how to build your business from events. Now, one of the things I realized about information, oh, goodness. Somebody was telling me the other day, information, you got to believe it to activate it. Ooh, you got to believe it to activate it. See, where you are is where you have been and where your brain, your knowledge has gotten you. It's not the knowledge that's got you where you are. LeBaron, you said, I did 6 figures in another company, I got to do it again. Yeah, you can do it again. See, here's the thing. It is not the knowledge that gets you to the next level. It's the application of the knowledge. Let me explain something to you. Do you realize if you take kids, teachers, right? I've been a partial educator, but I watch a lot of educators, been in a lot of classrooms, right? It took me 10 years to graduate college. So I've been in a lot of classrooms. I got a 4-year degree in 10 years. But so I've been around a lot of classrooms. And so what I realized, everybody's in the class, the teacher's giving everybody the same information. How come some get A's, some get B's, C's, and D's, and some gets F? Did the information change for everybody? Is the teacher slipping little Johnny some extra information, some notes, the answer to the test?
No.
They all have access to the same information. So what is it? What separates that? It's the ability to recall what's important. It's the ability, don't mess with me. It's the ability to recall. You was right there with me. You ain't, you watched like them stuff. He wasn't in the class with me, but he watched me go through those 10 years for that 4-year degree. Couple of years, he might have been a catalyst or influence. Let me get back. So it's the ability to recall the information and the ability to understand what's important. So ladies and gentlemen, y'all all got the information. I'm not going to share nothing new to you. The question what I'm going to give you is, are you going to be able to put it in action? So what I want to do is eliminate all the information you've heard, because sometimes we got to figure out what's important, right? My daughter's in school and I'm homeschooling her, and they're giving her these books or these things you got to read, and it's like, identify the subject. What is the writer trying to say? Right? They teach you got to try to figure out what's the main topic, what the writer trying to say. And for me back in the day, I'm like, what the writer's trying to say? I got to try to think what somebody who wrote the book 100 years ago, 50 years ago is trying to really say, and everybody got their interpretations. I get it. But how do you know what they're trying to say? So I'm going to take this and give it to you so you don't have to figure this out. Y'all ready? For building promoting events. We talked about this yesterday. So if you are watching live stream or you watching the replay, you got to go back and watch yesterday's part 1. Go back and watch yesterday's part one. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the part one, but I will recap it. Number one, you got to know the event details. Number two, you got to set clear attendance goals. Uncle Jock dropped the mic on that one, talking about how to set clear attendance goals. Number three, create a promotion timeline. Woo, that was fire. Go back and watch the previous replay, creating a promotion timeline. But number four, we're going to talk about using a multi-channel, multiple channels approach. So let's park it right here. When you're promoting events, you got to use multiple channels to get your message out. Are y'all with me? Multiple channels. Like, somebody shout out or type in some channels that we use today to promote events. What's some popular channels? Type it in or
Facebook,
Facebook,
Instagram,
Instagram,
TikTok.
LinkedIn,
Instagram.
YouTube,
Yeah, I'm hearing that. Did somebody say
TikTok.
YouTube.
LinkedIn, Instagram, Eventbrite, right? Text messages. There's so many different channels. When you promote an event, I would recommend that you use what? Multiple channels. Why? Because people's brains, they say they need to see something 7 to 8 times before they make a decision to act on it. IG, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. So when y'all are doing an event, we talk about, we got something going on tonight. Uncle Jock said it, you know, when you're promoting your event, it can be important to somebody. This information is important. Johnny, you said you want to make some money. You want to change your life. You want to impact your family. You want to stop working that job. Whatever you want to do, important to them, but it may have low priority. So how do you bring things in priorities to somebody? There's a science. See, I do a lot of things with science. I told you I spent 10 years in college, right? I got a degree in finance, degree in marketing, and degree in marketing and speech, right? And so when I had the degree in communications, it really taught me a lot about how to communicate to people. And there was a lot of psychology classes, you know, and I took some of those classes multiple times. So I really got some good understanding. Are y'all with me? So here's the thing. How do you make something a priority to somebody? Their brain, subconscious mind is designed to filter out what's not important. It's not designed to find out what is important. The subconscious mind is designed to filter out the junk, and your conscious mind will decide what's important. Are y'all with me? So the subconscious mind is a filter. So think of this like anybody ever have a rice strainer? You're cooking rice and you pour the rice in the strainer and you kind of shuffle it out and let it drain. The water comes through, right? Or you got something that you want to get out the junk, right? And you're left with rice and the water gets out. So your subconscious mind is a filter. It's filtering all the things that's not needed. See, sometimes you think you're talking to somebody and their brain, they don't even know their brain is filtering out what's not needed. Now, how does it decide what's needed? What's relevant? Repetition. Anybody ever heard this term? Repetition is the mother of all learning. Troy, you're a karate expert teacher. Don't y'all do the same thing over and over and over again? You know, they teach you repetition, right? When you're training somebody, it's repetition. You don't just show them to move one time, bam, they got it. You do it again and again and again and again, right? And I've heard a saying, Bruce Lee said one time, that I'm not afraid of the man who knows 1,000 kicks. I'm afraid of the guy who does one kick 1,000 times because he's mastered it. Repetition. So I don't think y'all catching me yet. Chantel, you got your hand up, or you co-signing something? You got a question? Maybe that was one of preacher.
I think she's trying to get in.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So I want y'all to catch it because I'm seeing y'all. Some of y'all are still not really. I don't know if y'all really catch what I'm saying. In order to access people's subconscious minds, you have to use repetition. So when you are marketing to somebody, you need to hit them with a text message. You might need to hit them with a phone call. You might need to hit them with multiple text messages. You might need to hit them through a WhatsApp group. You might need to hit them through YouTube. Are y'all with me? You might need to hit them to Facebook, hit them at multiple channels so their subconscious mind can pick it up and say, this is important. Are y'all with me? See, some of y'all tell people one time, hey, there you go, come there. And then they don't show up. You looking like, oh, I ain't come on, show up. I thought I told them they said it was going to come. Yeah, it might have been important to them, but it didn't go up to the level of the priority wasn't there. Are y'all with me? You got to show it again and 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 again. And here's the thing. Most entrepreneurs, they don't do that. Why? What's the feeling when most entrepreneurs don't show or market again and again the same message to somebody? What do y'all say? Come on, Dr. Meri just said, I don't want to bother them. I don't like being one of those people. I don't want to be a pushy salesperson. I don't like when people do that to me. You ever heard that? I don't like when people do that to me. They say all the time, I don't want to be that pushy salesperson. I hate when people do this to me. Like, anybody ever owed somebody money and they had to call and the bill collectors call you? Am I the only one? How many times do they call? They call once and say, oh, we call you, Mr.
No, no.
Oh,
Keep
so I'm
calling.
not the only one with multiple calls. No, sir. Man, I got one card. I'm gonna give them a credit. You know, if I'm a day late, the day after, they say you give 15-day grace period. If I'm a day late, they start emailing me. You're late. Then I get phone calls. Then I get text messages. And then tomorrow, guess what they're gonna do? Email me, phone call, text me. They start to automate it. Why? Because they know human beings, they're a billion-dollar bank, and they know that the humans don't even like calling people over and over again. So they got to automate it. So you just answer the phone. They got somebody sitting there just like this. It rings, automated. Ding. Hey, Mr. Jones, how you doing? They follow the script. Why? See, I've been a telemarketer. You got to call again and again and again and again. Are y'all with me? So when you're trying to promote events, I'm telling you, you have to do it again and again and again and again. If you want your event to be successful, if you want somebody to attend, why? Because they're human beings. Their brain is not going to concept that one time. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? You got to start understanding marketing strategies and apply it. Stop using your own life strategies. Because some of y'all are like, well, I don't like that. I don't feel it. I can tell the way you move. But yet, has anybody ever seen a McDonald's commercial? Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
And do you know, for most of all y'all on the line, how many of y'all, if I asked you to take from your house, could you give me directions to two different McDonald's from where you are right now, whatever location you are? I don't even care if you're home, you're driving. How many of y'all could give me directions to two McDonald's from where you are? And I could probably get there with your directions.
Yep.
Yes, you could.
So y'all know where the McDonald's is, but yet McDonald's is going to run your commercial what? Again and again and again and again and again. And then they're going to put an M on everything they got. They're going to put an M on their fries. So you sitting there eating fries, people know you eat McDonald's fries. They're going to put a big old golden arches. They even made it fancy. They only call it the M. They call it the golden arches, right? So they're going to put the big old golden arches on their cup. So you walking down the street drinking your McDonald's Coca-Cola, somebody else knows that you went to McDonald's. Are y'all with me? They're going to keep the marketing everywhere. Think about this. Anybody got a car? Anybody own a vehicle, driven a vehicle before? How do you know what type of vehicle somebody's driving?
As it said. It says it on the vehicle in multiple places.
The
By
logos.
Oh, there's an emblem. So you mean to tell me that car does not work if they don't put a Mercedes emblems on the back? It's not going to drive?
Yeah, it still works.
If they don't put a Toyota symbol on that car, I'm not gonna know where my car is. So if I looked outside right now and I got an Audi in my driveway, if I took the Audi signs off, I would not be able to find my car.
Not a true statement.
Not a true statement. So why they got an Audi sign on my car and I got to pay for it?
Because you became an affiliate marketer.
I became a free Uncle John. I became a free affiliate marketer for any vehicle for Audi. Are y'all with me? I'm a free affiliate marketer for Honda. If I drive my Honda, I'm a free marketer driving all around with my Honda. They got the Honda on the side. They even put the emblems on the car on the wheels, so somebody beside you they can see the Honda emblem on the wheels. Are y'all with me? See, some of y'all see, and we say, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be bothering nobody. Yet you're driving around, walking around with Nike shoes, telling everybody, promoting somebody else's brand, and you're afraid to market your brand. And you say you don't want to do it, but it's being done to you. You're doing it for free every day. I see people, you walk around with your Starbucks cup. Got my Starbucks cup because it give me some status. Some people like, I don't like Starbucks. I do Wawa. Got my Wawa cups, but give me status. I don't do Wawa. I do 7-Eleven. Either way, it ain't your brand, ain't your company. Why don't you take the coffee out, pour it in one of your own cup, a cup that got your name on it? Because then people won't know See, we get marketed to. I'm trying to help y'all really understand how to promote events. You got to get through the subconscious mind to people. You're marketing to human beings. And stop trying to say you wouldn't do that because it's being done to you and you're doing it for free for somebody else but yourself.
Hold up, Eric. Wait, time out. Got to call a flag on this one. Because people say all the time, I don't wear people's stuff. I don't do people's stuff. I don't know how to market. I'm not a good salesperson. Not realizing they doing it and doing it and doing it well.
Come on. They represent everybody. We're raised out of Brooklyn.
Some of y'all didn't catch that, but yeah, Eric, that was good.
Yep. Represent everybody. And on a good job. We gotta help y'all start becoming business owners, marketers, brand consultants. Are y'all with me? Y'all gotta start thinking like a business owner. So when you start promoting events, you're promoting an event. You gotta think Don King, Don Queen, whatever you want to do. All right. Emails.
Hold on. You did not say Don Queen.
Yeah, I do it for the ladies too. I can't be discriminatory.
Oh,
We still
well,
got DEI over here.
If y'all
I
don't
can't
catch those,
discriminate.
you be throwing some subliminal stuff in there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. Woo. Okay. All right, we back.
All right. Then the second one, number 5, use stories, not just information. When you're trying to promote events, you got to tell a story. Hold on, let me just park right here. This is where most entrepreneurs fail. I'm gonna give y'all something that y'all just it's gonna change your game. It's gonna change your business. Type in yes. I need buy-in this time. Type in yes if I can give you something that I probably can flat out change your business today. It might take you 30 days to apply it. Type in yes if I can give you something that flat out changes your business. And we got an expert on the line, and I might have to call her in to do a class on this. You gotta be able to tell stories. We got an expert storyteller. Tawana Chisley is an expert storyteller. You have to get good at telling stories. And I'm gonna give y'all a tip. Maybe you should watch some movies or stand-up comics. Find a comic you like and listen to how they tell a story. Kevin Hart tells a story. He's a great storyteller. You got to be able to tell a story, right? And stories have components to it. So maybe we have Tawana one day come teach us, give us a story class, master class on storytelling. But you got to get good at storytelling, not fact telling. See, some of us are facts. Man, it does this, 9.2, this, rule of 72, did this, the boom, boom, boom. The rule of 72, you take this. Okay, that's a good fact. But how does that apply? See, with the rule of 72, it applies like, man, I learned the rule of 72. And once I start learning that, I start looking at my credit card statements. I start looking at my statements, right? And I start looking at the interest they was charging me. And one of my interest was like 35.4%. So I took that and divided by 72. And I'm like, OM Jesus. I'm like, good gracious. Their money is doubling like all the time. Then I looked at my bank statement, 0.5%. That's 144 years. I don't know nobody who's ever lived 144 years since BC. Are y'all catching me? Like, what? They don't do that now. So my money, my bank was not doubling. And I grew up around the way. It was always about flipping, right? Because I came up in the 80s, drugs era, and everybody was flipping everything. Well, they were flipping this, flipping tennis shoes, flipping this. That was the term. We're gonna flip it. You get some money, get a house, you're gonna flip this, flip that. But I was getting flipped when I realized the rule of 72. When I learned that rule, the credit card come with flipping my butt upside down like a pancake. Man, it was like, oh, hotcakes, pick them up. Man, they were tossing me, smacking me, flipping down, man. They were just flipping me around.
You ain't hit
And
the
my money,
BBD joint,
man,
the smack it up, flip it up, rub it.
oh no, man, that's what it was. Now my money sitting in the bank, that thing was flipping like cinder blocks, nailed to the ground with screws. You wasn't flipping, it wasn't doing no kind of flips. That thing looked like a no-legged man doing cartwheels, no flips whatsoever. It just wasn't happening. So I realized I had to put my money somewhere different. I realized I had to learn about money differently, right? Are y'all with me? So when you learn a strategy, you got to apply it to it. Now, that right there was my make-believe story. You got to learn to be able to tell a story. Are y'all catching me? So when you're talking about events, you got to talk about the story. Because I'm telling you, if our last level up, it's still memorable. Uncle Jock, you remember we had that event, the last event we did at University of Maryland. What was one of the most memorable moments when we did our 212 event at the University of Maryland?
212 event. Oh man, you talking about the dance contest?
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, that was that was good. That was what, 12 years ago. That's still in my brain.
The dance contest. We had a dance contest, and they were dancing. I don't know what the prize was, but one young lady, she was all nice and dressed up. She dropped down and started doing the worm and started worming across the whole stage. I said, "Oh my goodness!" And she hit the ground hard, she's like, and started worming.
Yes.
We was like,
But you know what, Eric? She had to be waiting for that moment like all her life.
that was like an all my life moment. And then the other moment when we did the scratch offs. Remember the big boy with the scratch offs?
Oh my God.
Oh, so we had these scratch off tickets that everyone was a winner. And it was like $1 million scratch off, right? But it was one set that they all won. But he didn't realize what he won. It was like a Santa on the back, like a free Santa card. He thinking he scratched. He's like, "Ooh, uh-oh! All right, you can't do the next one." And he's like, "Ooh, ooh." Did he get the next one? And it's like the time he got to the and they was like, "Anybody winning? Anybody winning?" And he was like, he trying to keep it quiet too. Then he couldn't let it go.
He flipped all the way out. He flipped all the way out.
Oh, he flipped all the way out. Oh my goodness! He like hit this one power bomb, and then when he found out what he won, oh, that was hilarious. So what am I saying? Sometimes you got to attend events because it's just live moments. You just can't recapture that. Are y'all with me? So I'm telling a story about an event so you can attend the next event. Our level up event. Was anybody there when Jack Winnett went off at the Family Feud? You were there, Tawana, wasn't you? Oh my goodness, that was Jack, you got left by that one. Oh, what classic. Classic. She was like, "Y'all cheating. You're cheating and you're cheating." And we was all like, "Uh-oh." We was having a ball, and some people was cheating. I don't know, but anyway, it was fun. I was just being the host, and oh man, she let us have it. See, events are something just special.
Hold on, I got one last one. One last one. How many of y'all come off mute if you remember the level up freeze out event? Siobhan, I got pictures, so I know you remember.
The freeze out?
The freeze out.
The freeze out.
Y'all remember the event we had when it was so cold in the room you could blow the white smoke
Yeah.
out your mouth?
I
And
remember, I wish I
it,
had Siobhan's jacket on in that room.
Siobhan came out looking like the person from South Park. I mean, she had the abominable snow. I'm gonna get the picture and post it tomorrow so y'all can see how cold it was in there. But that's something
Eric, it's
you
cold.
had.
I'm like, man, leave me. Come on. I'm trying to play it off like it ain't cold. It ain't that cold in there. It ain't that cold. Eric.
Nah,
It was one of them things where
right there. That shows
it was one of
dedication.
them, it was one of them things where you had to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Whoo, all of this. Naja, what you got?
No,
Oh, my hand was raised because I was at that code event.
Oh, yeah. So here's the thing. It's the stories. Learn to tell the
Mhm.
stories. We got some events coming up. We got March Madness. If you haven't participated in March Madness, get people you know register for March Madness, y'all. I'm telling you, this March Madness, you know where to go. 120 AC plan. Register yourself. It's going to be game over. Man, they still. I remember the first March Madness. Mary Moneymoose like walk that walk, talk that talk. Her team got smashed. She wouldn't say nothing. They teased her to this day. 4 years later, they still like walk that walk. Every time they see Mary, now she was talking big smack, and she had the Jamaican accent too. Oh man, it was big smack there. So what am I saying? Get to the events, promote events, tell stories. Let's get your teams there. Are y'all with me? Become storytellers. That's going to help your business. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to the man who's smooth. They call him the index voice of inspiration because he's always lifting up and never going down, Mr. Troy Gandy.
All right, all right. Who's on deck? Somebody is ready to run and take their business to the next level. And we're going to get it done in this Annie Willie recap relay of the day, bringing forth your biggest and your most impactful nugget that you heard this morning. And you got 1 minute to do it. Let me set the clock right now. Let me get it. Not 21 minutes. We ain't giving nobody that kind of time. Let me break it down. Are the hands up? Who's on deck? Somebody's on deck. I already know they are. And if I know for sure, one way or the other, oh, there's my sister. My sister always comes through. None other than that lady that is the poetic wisdom and puts it to poetry. It's time to run. Go ahead, Mr. Warner.
thank you. So, when Takesha was talking earlier, it made me remember something. I've been laying low, just trying to get everybody else to speak up and not talk. So anyway, Friday, I had a conversation, a good conversation with my cousin about setting up his IUL, and he said that somebody came to him at the gym and was like, yeah, I got one. I'm an insurance agent now. I do them IULs, and he still wasn't clear on what he was supposed to be saying. So he said, well, yeah, I'm familiar with it. So I had to start to break it down for him as to how it works. And then he was talking about the gentleman that has set him up from that other company, set him up with the term policy. And I said, so he set you up with another one? He said, yeah. I said, okay. All right. So I said, let's work on that too. So we were having these great conversations about that. And the follow-up is extremely important. I am doing much better with the follow-up, trying to getting these people to hear and understand what needs to be done for them. So I'll just leave it there.
Cool,
But
cool,
plus, I
cool.
was also been listening to a lot of videos. I was listening to Myron Golden over the weekend too. So there's some quotes that I wrote down, but we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks for bringing it into the zone. And we're going to give it now to Mr. LaCole Elijah Pye. Take that baton and run, sir.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you, Eric. Two key points that I want to just go back to is, most of the time we are the only one with the best product, what everybody needs, but we are the only one that consider what we are doing as harassment to people. But those who don't have what we have, don't offer what we offer, they don't even look it that way. So it's just like what somebody said, that a preacher said that Christians, if they know what they are, they should be walking not on the ground, but on houses. Put your 1 foot on one house and the other feet on the other house when you're walking down the street. Because we should be proud, right? Just that's what we do. We should be proud of what we are doing. But we're the only one that consider it harassment. Second point is sharing your story in an event. I was talking to somebody that I brought on board last year, and they shared the story that somebody shared in the convention, and that was what brought him on. So when you're talking to people, share your story. If you don't have a story, borrow somebody's story is free. Thank you. Back to you, Mr. Troy.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, sir. And we're going to take that baton from you and we're going to pass it on now to none other than the lady that calls herself 4M Tax and Financial Services, Miss Monique. Go with it. Are you there? Doesn't look like you're
Hey,
muted.
everybody.
There you go.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can now.
Okay. I was just going to say thank you to Coach Eric. When he talked about you have to
You got to step back into the lane. Stay in your lane. Stay in the lane, Miss Monique.
believe it to activate.
Miss Monique, you're running out of your lane.
Okay, I think my internet is bad.
I don't know what happened. We might have to come back to you, Miss Monique. We had to do that again. We're gonna go to pass that baton now to Miss Takesha Carr because we need a substitute.
But I will
Can't
do
fall
that.
down on the track.
Just two things for me. Identifying that importance versus priority. So things, may be important to individuals, but it's priority to us. So we need to act with urgency and make sure that's taken care of and take that into consideration. So I did enjoy that fact. And then the other one was actually set event expectations. And I think sometimes as an event, we may have everything all planned out, but maybe we didn't set the expectations or tell the right story to get people in the seats. So those are two great things that I picked up.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Mr. Keisha. And we're going to pass it now. The baton is going to the man in the zone, waiting with his hand out. None other than Mr. Stephen Short. Money. Roll with it.
Yes, sir. I was just thinking of something. When people talk about their story, one thing when you tell your story, you got to make sure that your story is so clear that what you're saying that the picture is so clear. There's almost like crystal. Remember the thing we back in the day you used to say, I'm so clear to you, my nickname can be Crystal. Cause that's the one thing that I always can tell somebody. It's always a beautiful story that you can tell the glory. Cause your story can really tell who you are or what you could be and what you're trying to do. Because if your story's not clear, your picture's not clear. So that's why I would implore that you make your story clear. That's it, brother.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you bringing it into the zone. And now we're going to wrap it on up. Is Miss Monique, are you ready? Can you do it? Can you do it now? Not able to get in? Well, with that being said, we know what to do. We give it back to the anchor leg, the man that puts it down. He picked it up and put it down. None other than everybody's coach, Executive Director Erik Robinson.
Yes, 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 yes. Thank you, Troy. Thank you everybody for what y'all done, all the inspirations. Just want to tonight, y'all know we got our people know we got a special 4-step system. So those who are there, y'all know where to be at 7 p.m. Trying to think is any other thing tomorrow. Let's pack the house. Y'all did a great job packing the house today. We had a packed house today. Let's do it again Wednesday.
March Madness.
Wednesday. March Madness. Woo! Come on, let's go. Let's go. Sign up. Get people, call them, tell them March Madness. And I want to really make sure y'all understand what I'm saying. Go watch some comedians tell some stories. That's all they do. They tell stories. You know, Tawana's shaking her head, so she's co-signing on it. And ladies and gentlemen, every story doesn't have to be about you. It's about telling the story. Are y'all with me? It can be fact or fiction. There's some fake stories, right? Even if you're telling the make-believe story to drive home a point, you want to substitute the players, but just get good at telling stories. There's a saying, facts tell, but stories sell. That's what marketings do. They're trying to tell you a story through images. When you look at different images, it's telling a story through images. Office hours. Office hours 12 to maybe 2 o'clock. Office hours 12 to 2 o'clock. That's going down 12 to 2 o'clock. So let's go, let's grow, let's get it, come with it. Love y'all. Have an amazing day. I'm out. DJ.
Yeah, you know something I just thought about too, man.
Get your green sheets.